Hi, my name's Litzy. I am a licensed clinical social worker. Um, I've had experience with family therapy, individual therapy. I really like working with people, just getting to know them, helping them. And, that's just a little bit about me. Um, and is it okay if I take some notes during our meeting?
Of course.
Thank you. All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're here today.
So my name is Leah, um, and I'm here on my own accord to talk to someone about the stresses of COVID-19 and just how it's affecting me.
So what would you say are like what would you say are your current stresses? What's stressing you out? Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
Um, I'd have to say the aspect of school during a pandemic has been difficult. I had to switch around my schedule a bit. I wanted to take a Japanese language class that I was in the middle of taking when COVID hit last or in March, and it was really hard to take online. Um, and I was hoping that I'd be able to take it in person for the fall semester. And it got switched to online, so I unfortunately had to uh, withdraw from that class because I do not do very well with online classes, just in general.
So, going off of that, what do you think you struggle with being online?
Um, I struggle with the fact that I'm usually in my room because my mom is also working from home. So she's in the living room, um, and my room is full of distractions. And I'm like with my phone, so like my phone is always out, and I like might get distracted and start playing games or something and not pay attention in class, which is, not, which is somewhat counterproductive when you're trying to take a foreign language class. So, yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah, technology these days is just always there. Uh, when you were in class, what would you do to like avoid having your phone around out and using it when you were actually in person?
Well, most of my teachers didn't really like you having your phone out in class, so it would either be in my backpack or behind me on the desk behind me. Um, so I wouldn't mess with it in general.
So what you're saying is like being on the screen, you can really just kind of hide it. So you that's why you're able to do it, like other than just being in class and just not putting it away.
Yeah, and like it's my bedroom. Like
Mhm.
they can't tell me that I can't be on my own phone in my own home.
Mhm.
And I really don't like the aspect of like having the camera on just because this is my room, like this is my home. I really don't like the camera aspect. So sometimes if I can, I don't have the camera on just for that reason. And then with the camera not being on, no one can see me, so no one can see that I'm messing with my phone.
I guess my next question is, do you feel like you are kind of really private and don't like people seeing like the inside of you, like the what truly is you outside of school? Is Do you feel like you can't show that on a screen, and while like before you just went to campus and it wasn't like a big deal?
Um, I'm a relatively open book. Like if you have questions, I'll answer them, but I may be a bit more private about my room. Like this is where I spend most of my time. And uh and with Zoom calls, like there's you and then there's everyone else in the classroom and they can all see like where you are.
Mhm.
And I like to keep my room to just me and my family and the people that, I invite to my home, not random Zoom call people that I've never met.
Do you feel any part of that is part of judgment? Like, do you feel like you're being judged by other people?
That is a good question. Um, I I don't know the answer to that question, honestly. I don't really consider it in a judgmental kind of way. I think it's more of a privacy thing
Mhm.
of just not wanting people to like see into my room. It's really not any of their business, I guess, would be my response to that.
Mhm. Um, so is there anything else you want me to talk to me about school? Like what's been going on? Do you feel like it's harder to learn, or do you feel like your grades are kind of suffering now that you're fully online?
Um, Actually, I do enjoy online classes, but I prefer asynchronous classes where I don't have to be like online and doing Zoom calls and stuff. I like to just like have my deadlines and then be able to do my work and kind of teach myself. Um, so I learned that for the future. But my I don't think that my schoolwork has been suffering at all.
Um, so you do like being in class and doing the work, but why do you also like doing it fully yourself rather? Because I feel like if you're on a screen, I feel like you can still have the same conversations other than just like doing it on your own. So, can you tell me a little bit more about that, about like teaching yourself and um, doing the work on your own?
Well, part of it is I live kind of far away from campus, so I would have to get up and like take the bus and then walk to campus at least 4 times a week, I think, during the beginning of school. And I hated it. Uh, and I never really liked like having to physically get up and walk out of my room and physically go somewhere. So I like the aspect of having my classes online because I don't have to go anywhere and I can do them all from my room.
All right, that makes sense. I mean, that's good. That's good that you feel like your classes, you can still do the work even though it's fully online.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk to me about today, like other than school?
No, I think that's school would be the biggest one for me.
So you think your life is still pretty okay, your family, um, your friends, you think all those relationships are still good?
Yeah, honestly, my life hasn't really changed
Hmm.
that much, except that I spend more time at home than usual.
All right, that's good. I mean, if there's anything else you want to talk about, you always have my contact information. And then up until the next meeting, we'll talk more about how school's going and, you know, just trying to keep it up with these Zoom calls and asking questions and just trying to keep up with the work for the whole semester.
Awesome, sounds great.
All right, see ya.